Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the host of The Lockdown. It's Zach Danger and number 12. And welcome back to another episode of The Lockdown. I am your host, Zach Danger.
I am number 12. Somebody said that in the comments that they think that number 12 is like number 2. Like the poop.
Yeah, she said that every time I hear number 12, it reminds me of a big dump or something like that.
How dare you speak about my race like that? We are a proud android race that descended from man. You guys don't even poop. That's because you're self-sufficient. No, we do poop, but it's superior poop. See how this works? It's amazing.
Today is April 1st. April Fool's! Corona's a joke. Just
you know what's
kidding.
a joke is the fact that we have a future. you humans, I enjoy your human humor. The people were saying that like April Fool's is canceled. And I didn't see too many, usually like companies do April Fools or like Google does April Fools or, like different like my old company, Bonobos, used to do like funny April Fools. And now nobody did. Like maybe like a couple companies did April Fools. Yeah. But like really everybody's sort of like, let's not laugh anymore because honestly, I'm just so tired of it.
The only memes I saw today were like, it was 2 pictures and it'd be like March 1st, April 1st. And it's the same picture, but like in April 1st, it's the same person, but like run down.
Yeah, it looks like shit.
But that's not an April Fool's joke. That's just a coronavirus joke, right?
No, I just feel like everybody's sort of just like, just no more. Stop. Yeah. Like I can't handle any more shit. I for one, as a comedian, I am in for it. Okay, anything that makes other comedians shut the fuck up for a second, I'm into it. We're so fucking stupid.
Yeah. So, did you pull a prank on Gina or something? Did you put a whoopee cushion under her butt?
Oh, that's a good idea. No, that's for our anniversary.
That's when things get real naughty.
That's when things get real. No, just it's a regular day, and thank God. I just feel like there's always another thing, my heart can't take it. Like I remember one of the worst April Fools I ever had was somebody spread that In-N-Out burger, which is like a Southern California thing. Like they're going to open an In-N-Out burger in New York. And I got really excited about it. and then when they were like April Fools, I was like, fuck. I wasn't even like, ha ha ha. No, I was like, fuck you. If somebody did that, that's mean. If somebody did that to me, I swear to God, I would just be like cyanide tab in my mouth and just fuck it. I can't handle this anymore.
That's what I didn't understand about April Fools when I first moved to the States, because there seems to be I always thought April Fools was about like joking, but now it's just people are like lying. And there's like a big difference, I think. Right?
I agree.
A whoopee question is it's a prank, right? It's a prank. Yes. I get a prank is funny, but if you just told somebody that like, if someone's mom was in a coma and they're like, dude, she woke up, April Fools, that's just that's not a prank, dude.
Anyways, how you been? You started a new job.
I did. It's probably like the most ballsy thing I've ever done in my entire life.
It's go ahead. Yep.
I started a new job. Not only is it just a regular job, it's a comedy job, but I started it like in midst of this entire crisis where people are, excuse me, I had curry earlier, I'm burping. Where people are, they're like losing jobs, they're not sure about job security and all that. It's day 3 for me. I work at Comedy Central now as part of their digital creators program, which is kind of like this fellowship for 9 months where you like make a bunch of shit on YouTube, and
it's cool, man.
You learn a bunch of stuff, and it's awesome. It's awesome so far, but the job application process was so interesting because I've only ever applied for like normal corporate jobs.
Right.
That's all I know. And so going from that to like, in the beginning they were like, hey, submit some scripts and all that. I'm like, okay, this makes sense for the job. But then when I got to like the in-person interviews, like it was kind of like it was at Subculture at UCB, which is like a comedy venue. And it was more of like a happy hour. Like you got to just meet and talk to everybody in like a very casual setting. and every time you talk to somebody from the staff, they would ask you interview questions, but they would ask them to you like in the happy hour scenario, right? So you're like walking around grabbing a beer or whatever, and then they would just be like, so what do you think about XYZ? Like, do you have any ideas for this? So that was interesting, because usually I'm used to like doing that, you know, prepping, wearing a tie, doing it in somebody's office, but they were kind of like throwing it at you in like at this party setting.
And you performed too, right? Did you do like a little performance? Yeah,
exactly. The interview was one part of it, which was by the way, like, it's just so, I don't know what I was expecting, because I'm only used to corporate interviews when they ask you like, there's 100 horses and you can race 5 of them at a time. How many times do you have to race it to find out the top 5 fastest horses? Which I got that one before and I fucking bombed it. And but one of the guys asked me what I thought about death. They're like, what's your take on death?
Right.
And I was like, okay, that's cool. And then, yeah, it was just like a lot of stuff like that. And I kind of, as I was going through the process, I was like, I felt like I was in the right place. I was like, oh, this feels like funny and good and like light. And I didn't feel, because like in normal job interviews, it's a lot of ass kissing and faking. It's all fake, right? You go in there, I'm really excited to start this position. My strengths are, fuck your strengths. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody has strength. Like, it's all fake. You know it. They know it. And there's something very impure about that I never liked. But this felt more like, you know, it's like, what do you think about death? You can't fake that. You didn't have an answer prep for that, you know? So that was really fun.
One thing that's nice about comedy, and I've only done a few things with Comedy Central the people I've worked with have been very nice, is that like when you're talking about comedy and like your meetings may or may not include dick jokes, you have to drop a lot of pretense. You have to just be like, this is who I'm going to be. And I have to be very honest with you. And I think that like, that just like and I'm sure there's like bad, funny comedy, corporate jobs, but like, it at the very least, it kind of just forces you to be a little bit more honest with who you're gonna be when you go to work, you know?
Yeah. You can't fake it and talk about ass eating at a meeting.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't like fake like, oh, I really want to be here, and you know, like I really want to hear about your day, you know, Brenda, but then also have a joke about dwarves or whatever. You have to be honest. But you went to this thing and you got the job. Awesome. So and I'll have to be honest with you. I thought for sure they weren't going to start.
Oh, like, me too. I mean, I was
like, oh, you're cursed. You know,
they told me they would push it back, but then in my mind I was like, okay, well, every company's like on reserve mode right now, so they're probably going to cut funds. But apparently, like, this was already carved out, so they already had it, so they would lose it if they didn't use it or something like that. You know.
I feel it makes sense though, because it's like, A, the money's already set, and then B, I mean, I don't know about you, but like, there's more and more people online now than ever. You know, like everybody's like, we're making more shit. More, a lot of our friends are making Instagram shit. You know, like I'm watching a lot more YouTube and and whatever the fuck it is, like HBO. It's like, if anything, this is like a little time to kind of grab stuff. So I think it's cool.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that they asked me. They're like, what's your end goal in comedy? And I told them, I was like, honestly, like, this is a great example of why I don't have an answer to that question. Because, you know, you could just come up and be like, my goal is to be the best stand-up comedian in the world.
Right.
Dude, life is not like anime. You can't have this like grandiose goal, right? Like life throws coronavirus at your fucking family. Right? So that's why it's like, obviously comedy is my overall goal, but like, am I going to decide right now what that looks like 20 years from now? No, because who the fuck knows?
I have to say, I'm so proud of you for answering it that way, because that is such a good fucking answer. You know how, like, you see now on the news, they talk to like some old person who's like surviving coronavirus, and you're asking this old person, hey, what do you think about coronavirus? And they're always like, I don't give a fuck, you know, like, I'm just still here eating my McDonald's because I've lived through 2 world wars, and you know what the fuck it is. You know, like, I think this is one of those things where it just strips away all the pretense, like you said. And I was just thinking about, this is a good segue. I want to talk more about your job, but this is a good segue to like, I was thinking, what if stand-up doesn't come back? I mean, I'm sure it'll come back eventually, but let's just say for real. So let's just say,
what do you mean by that though?
Because, okay, like right now we have.
Paint me a picture of this world where like we go back to work, but for some reason stand up is not there. What does that mean?
Let's just say shit gets lifted, right? You know, and you can go back to work, but the virus is still out there, and there's not a vaccine yet.
Okay.
You know, or maybe their vaccine is starting to come out there, but there's a fucking recession and nobody has any fucking money.
Yeah, if you're telling me that like I'm not gonna get booked anymore because there are no more clubs in New York because they all ran out of business, that's like right. Like let's just say the Comedy Cellar's gone. You know,
right?
Like what's my goal then? You know,
right? That's what I'm saying. Is that like that's why it's such an interesting thing that you said. Like if somebody says, "What is your comedy end game?" You know, like maybe like. Shit, like a month ago you could have been like, well, you don't want to be a touring comedian. Like I can't imagine, except for like the most like big name comics could put together a tour. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, do you think that like Russell Peters can like put together a big tour? I mean,
now?
You know what I'm saying? Like I was supposed to go see BTS.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, did I get canceled?
Fuck yeah, I got canceled. All that shit got canceled. Everything got. It's all gone.
Oh shit.
All of our dude, can you imagine?
This is all about BTS, you little
going
bitch.
to a show? Okay, let's just say this. If BTS is canceled, do you think you and I are in a good place?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yo, if
I
they
don't know
can't
why
make
you're
money,
laughing. Listen, I don't know why you're laughing, Fumi, because you're like 1 million, like on the list. It's like BTS. And then 1 million spots, and then Ja Rule, and then 1 million more spots, and then us. Okay?
dude.
Do you think that no one can put together a tour, no one can put together a show, no one could put together a fucking bar, nothing. There's none of that shit anymore. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. So it's good that you got this thing because it's like, you know, what if the thing that you thought was going to be your career is gone now? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like some shit.
That is, and it's like, I think that's what's such a mindfuck for a lot of people, because how many people do we know fucking moved here, you know, spent their savings to like get an apartment here, walk dogs to just be a stand-up comedian, and maybe they're really, really fucking funny, and if had things been normal, maybe they would have gotten past the cellar and like things would have happened, but like
for sure
now everything is just upside down. There are no rules.
It's all gone.
Yeah, I think that was a scary part, but like, yeah, I think because. You know, we haven't done it that much, but we both have sort of like diversified our comedy money, I guess, like in different things. So like, obviously stand up was like a big part of my life. I would say it was about at least 50-60% of my comedy time money.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Now that that's gone, it's a little scary, but I still have, 40%. I still have 40%. And I think I'm just trying to...
into the TikTok ETF.
Yeah, the TikTok ETF.
You take some money into the TikTok. We're fortunately we got some money in the Instagram treasury bonds. Yeah, and so we got a little bit of Instagram treasury bonds. So that'll be fun. I think
waiting for my dividends.
This leads into the next thing. But
yes, quickly,
so like how's the comedy job going so far?
You know what's interesting? Today we went over like a deck with like financials and stuff, and when you submit a video, when you produce one, they fucking put your name on a graph, and it'll be like Fumi got this many views, which equals this many dollars, and then like so and so got this and got this many dollars. So like, it's very possible that my name is gonna be valued, like my you know what I mean, like my performance online will have a financial value, and you see that in front of this like company-wide meeting.
Dude, how does that feel? Because like, I mean, that's...
I haven't made shit yet. Today I just saw other people on there, and I was like, whoa, that's like a lot of information. Like, I don't need to fucking see that,
Right. I feel like that would be so much pressure, because like what works with us is like you and I, we like put shit out all the time. Yeah. And like in general, we don't give a fuck. Like we'll like put out anything,
Oh yeah, we'll put out anything. We will take notice when something does well, but that doesn't stop us. That doesn't stop us from like making shit.
No, I mean, and I think that's what is good, because like we make like 9 things of trash, and then once in a while something will really pop off. Although I mean, some stuff is really worked on like other platforms. I don't know, but there's just so much pressure to like Because if you were judging me based on like how many tweet likes I get, I would get like $1. You know, like, that's nothing.
Mike Nguyen, $1.
No, $1. $1. All right. Well, good luck with that. We're gonna hear more about what that is. But speaking of money and everything, the big news we're gonna talk about is the bailout. So that got approved. Time is so hard to keep track of, but I think it was earlier this week. Who the fuck knows? But like $2 trillion bailout that the United States government has approved, and there's this big stimulus bill, and there's a bunch of stuff that happens, and it's still kind of being wrangled out, and it's like people are saying it's like the first of several bills that needs to be passed because like there needs to be a lot of different things. But the big thing we want to talk about is the money that we're all supposed to get. $1,200 seems like we're just going to get it once, and I don't know exactly. I am not an accountant. I am a guy who's doing Zoom comedy, so I think
Zoom comedy,
baby. I went to Berkeley, Zoom comedy, and I think it. I don't know if it comes out of the tax money you're supposed to get back or something. You know, when you file taxes, your tax return. Whatever. Let's just put that aside.
Does it really?
I think it is. It's supposed to be balanced out from that. I don't know exactly.
That is fucked. It's like a big IOU.
I don't think it's supposed to be like. I think like when you file your tax return eventually, that factors into it. You know, I read a thing about on Twitter. On Twitter, it was like, oh well, this is taxable money. It's not taxable money. You just get $1,200. It's not like they tax the $1,200. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But it's not like, you know, here's $1,200, you know, no strings attached type situation. Right. It's not like as clean as that. Yeah. But, you know, hey, you know, it's some money and it'll help some people. I don't know. Are you excited about that? I don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I think I'm going to qualify, which is dope. But my question is like, what do they want us to do with it? Like, am I supposed to stimulate the economy? Stimulate, you know, like am I supposed to like buy shit, or do I, because I think the you know, instinct is to save in case I get fired, which I will, because according to my, you know, performance on YouTube, I probably owe Comedy Central money. But like, am I supposed to save, or like I mean there are things I want to buy. Like I was gonna buy like a sound bar. You know what a sound bar is? Yeah. For my TV. Again, it's not that much money. It's like $100. But am I supposed to just like, is this Christmas? Can I buy shit? What am I supposed to do, man?
I do think you're supposed to spend it. So
okay.
I think you're supposed to like use it on rent because like rent wasn't canceled. Mortgages weren't canceled. I think some place, you know, like
Italy canceled. Yeah.
Canceled. Other places they can't sort of like cancel it or put a moratorium on it. But like here in America, because of capitalism, we're like, yep, you could totally do rent and mortgages still. You can't like evict people in the tri-state, in New York State. You can't evict someone. I don't know what that means. Whatever. I think you're supposed to have this money and you can use it to like cover stuff that you already owe. So like, because this happened so quickly, like it just happened. You know, you probably didn't like cancel all your shit. Like you didn't cancel your jujitsu classes in time. You didn't like cancel your whatever, your car payments, right? You like you have all these things, so you still have the money to use because like you know, if you took a hit, then you still have the money. You can do stuff with it. But to your point, you're right, because I think a lot of people, I mean, this is just once. Right, it's different.
Yeah, I don't think it's enough for people who really need it. It's not enough.
Absolutely. I mean, like in Canada, and this is very different. Canada, they did another thing where they were giving people money over several months. So like I think it's like 3 or 4 months, and it's like $1,000. But it's not quite the same thing. It's not like they're writing blank checks. It's sort of like their version of unemployment. So you know how with us, if you're unemployed, you get money every week, and they give you the government, the federal government is giving you extra money on top of that.
Right.
The Canadian government is sort of just like nationalizing that. So it's just like, if you're a worker and you're now unemployed, we're going to give you this amount of money per month for this next couple months. So
Yeah.
it's just different because like here we have the state system. I'm gonna say I don't qualify for it. I'm not even a zero, not even anything.
You're a millionaire because you got a washer dryer, bro.
Everybody saw my washer and dryer. I don't qualify for it. And which is fine. I mean, I have a job. I'm not complaining. It's fine.
Yeah.
But to your point earlier, you know, like if you just get this one check for $1,200, you know, let's just say you're lucky enough to like have covered rent for whatever it comes out, like, you know, it's April 1st now. So like it comes out maybe in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
You covered April. You have to save that for May because of how time works. You know, like it just keeps coming.
Yeah. Also,
So,
for the listeners, this is how sad New York is. That $1,200 doesn't even cover my rent. My rent is more than that.
Absolutely. I mean,
it's ridiculous.
It's crazy. Like,
You know, obviously Canada has it kind of figured out, but at least the way I see it, this was kind of like handing somebody in hell like a cold glass of water. You know?
yeah,
It's like it's like really awesome for like 2 seconds, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm in hell. You know?
yeah.
So
Drink up, buddy.
yeah, exactly.
That's funny. I mean, so if once you get this, I mean, are you gonna save it? You gonna use it for rent, or what do you think you're gonna do?
I mean, I'm gonna use some of it to like stimulate. I'm gonna get fired. Stimulate.
Yeah. Or actually, I mean, because now you work in comedy. Hey,
That's
that
right.
Fumi, that's going
Yeah.
up. That's going up. It's going up.
Yo, catch me on next week's PowerPoint, everybody. Slide 7, the financials.
funny.
Get at me. Yeah, I guess I'll use a little bit of it, and I guess I'll save the rest because who knows what's gonna happen in the future. Again, we said this in the prior episodes. Nobody is safe if this goes. Now they're saying it's not gonna peak until the end of April or maybe the end of May or whatever they said. So no industry's safe, man. How who knows how long like. Even advertise. I mean, I know, I can't say which company, but I know there are media companies, very big media companies, who are doing this thing now where they're like only paying their employees 70%, and they're
Right.
getting rid of certain shows, certain big internet YouTube shows because they can't pay for them anymore. So, and these are companies. I'm like, what? You guys don't have?
Yeah, big companies.
I put them in the same ranks as like Facebook, but it's not.
Right.
So, nobody's safe, man. But
Well,
yes,
Yep.
go ahead.
Yep. Well, you know what is safe? The lockdown, because
The
this costs
lockdown, nothing.
only $5 to make. I assume. And so yeah, we'll keep pushing this out. And now we are no longer. I am number 12. I am not a stand-up comedian. I am a Zoom comedian, and I am
Yes.
joined by my co-host Zach Danger, who is also not a stand-up comedian.
I'm a jacked vet.
He's a jacked vet / PowerPoint comedian. And that's who we are now. That's who we are now.
Okay, let's end this like financial segment with this
Yes.
last game we wanted to play.
Yes.
And this will only take a minute of your time.
I
We
hope
haven't
so.
done a game in a while, so I'm very excited.
I've been, I had a little extra time and I wanted to play a fun game. So
This is a great game, bro. Okay,
Thank you.
why don't
Let's hope it's
you
fun.
explain it?
This is called Quarantine Monopoly.
Okay.
And what the sort of idea is, how long does $1,200 last in New York City? And here's how to play. Fumi and I both start off with $1,200.
Okay.
And each of us takes turn rolling a dice. We found like an electronic dice roller that's on the internet.
Yep.
And whatever number you comes up with, it corresponds to a certain cost you're going to have to pay, and we'll explain that, of how much you have to deduct from your $1,200. And then one of us, we keep playing until one of us is broke and we assume dead. So for example, if you roll a 1, that's groceries for 1 week, which I don't know how much that is for you. How much do you think that is for you?
I don't like 100. I don't know. I don't go every
let's
week.
just say $100 because
Yeah.
we're not like really going out to eat. So let's just say it's $100.
Yeah.
And then
Cell
if you
phone
roll,
bill. That's another 100 probably.
yeah, if you roll a cell phone bill, that's $100. If you roll a Pornhub account, haha, this is free this month.
this month. But
This
if you roll it
month.
twice, you gotta pay the next month. Okay.
You gotta pay for how much is that? You know, Fumi,
Yeah, I do know. It's $10.
$10, not bad.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's actually pretty good. Same as Hulu. Actually, cheaper than Hulu. So hey, have you get your priorities straight? Hey,
I love it. If you roll a 4, it is a Supreme T-shirt, which is $60.
okay.
If you roll a 5, it's shots with your friends, which is you're buying a round, so that's $50. And if you roll
You
a
know what?
6,
This is gonna take forever. So let's make that $100 for shots.
Let's roll
with
that
friends.
100. Okay, that's also another 100. And if you roll a 6, that's rent, and that means you immediately die because
You
it
die.
is more than
It's over.
$1,200.
Yeah,
So,
it's rent / death.
Do you want to go first, Fumi? This is
Yeah, I'll
called
go
this is
first.
Quarantine
So-
Monopoly.
Okay, I begin with opening the mailbox. Wow!
Oh, nice.
President Trump gave me $1,200. What a great guy! Everything else he's done has been forgiven. Let's play the game. Okay, I got a 4.
You got a 4, so then you got a Supreme
Supreme
t-shirt,
t-shirt.
so now you
Okay.
have $1,140.
I have a calculator on my screen, so I'm keeping track.
Perfect.
Okay, why don't you go?
Okay, hold on here. I start off with
I can
$1,200.
I can roll for you if you'd like.
Okay, roll for me. Go. What'd I get?
You got a 3.
I got a 3. What is that? That's
Pornhub.
Pornhub, baby.
Premium.
Oh,
Pornhub
free. I still have $200.
Free.
Yes.
But your life expectancy goes up. That premium content, baby. Check it out. Pornhub Premium. Okay, it's my turn. I'm gonna roll the dice. Here we go. I got a 5. What's a 5? Shots.
That's shots
for
with your friends. That's $100.
Dude, this is deep. I'm at 1040 now. Okay, you go.
Woo, that's pricey. Okay, what I got?
You got a 2.
I got a 2. Cell phone bill, also $100.
Oh,
Damn it.
Shit.
Damn you, iPhone.
Okay, here we go.
Go you.
I got a 5. What is that?
Shots with your friends again. Stop
Yo,
drinking so much, dude.
Oh, I've developed an alcoholic problem.
Stop going to Circle and buying rounds with your friends. All right.
Circle A is expensive though. Circle B expensive. I'll tell you that. I will say that. I'll say that.
All right. I'm still riding high at $1,200. I think.
Dude,
I have
I'm at
1,100. Yeah. Go.
I'm 940 now, bro.
Damn.
Okay. You just wrote a 5. Oh, you joined me.
What?
You joined me.
What?
Shots
Okay,
with
no,
friends.
Fumi, you got shot. I'm gonna get shots. You got shots. I'm gonna get shots.
Okay.
You get shot. I'm gonna get shot. Okay.
What do you got now, dude?
I'm at 1,000.
Okay. I got a
What do you-
1. What's 1?
That's
Groceries for the week. Ooh.
Yep.
All right. Hey.
That's
I'm
not
at
so bad.
840. Okay.
840.
You go.
Okay. What am I?
You're 1. Groceries. Hey, you're following me.
All right.
You following me?
All right. Well, I'm hungry. After going to Circle, I want some snacks. So
I miss that's one of the things I miss about being out there in the real world. I love running into somebody twice and going, "Are you following me?" I miss that. You know?
It's such a terrible joke, but it's so good. Hey,
I miss
stop that. Stop following me.
Okay, Mike,
I
are you
miss
ready?
people. Go ahead.
Okay, Mike, you got a 2.
Cell phone bill again.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Shit.
Now I'm
Okay.
down to 800.
I'm rolling. I got a 5. I'm drinking. The drinking
Yeah,
don't
again.
stop, baby.
$740.
Okay, I'm down to 740. Go.
740. What am I at?
You. Oh, the game is over. You gotta pay rent.
I gotta pay rent. The red money came.
Oh shit! How many weeks did we survive? How many turns was that?
How many turns is that? Probably like 5 or 6. 5
Damn.
weeks, maybe.
Damn.
Oh, damn. That rent, man. That really kicked
rent,
our
dude.
ass. That was a pretty
Wow.
interesting game. I feel that
was
very
an interesting game.
You know, we could extend it and play like with my 12-sided dice that I use for Magic the Gathering, and we could and like 11 could be like you break your leg and you have to go to the ER and that's like $500. You know.
In like a lot of card games like that, there's a move called Poison where your HP goes down 50 every time.
Oh yeah.
We gotta have shit like that, dude. Like you break your leg, so you gotta go to physical therapy every week. It's minus $70 or whatever.
Damn,
you know?
I'm proud of you for knowing about that. It's like a Final Fantasy thing, you know. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
you got
bro.
poison,
Oh, yeah.
then you got to have the antidote.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got the purple smoke coming at you every turn.
Did you ever play Dungeons and Dragons? Because I've never really played, and I think it'd be kind of fun to play. Should we try to play that sometime? It'd be so intense.
Answer is no.
Well,
okay.
that was
everybody.
the Quarantine Monopoly, and that's our
Yes.
show for the lockdown.
The lockdown, baby. Thank you so much for listening. Follow the pod on Instagram at Asian Not Asian Pod. I'm also on there at the Fumi Abe. That's TheFumiAbe.
And you can find me on Instagram at Nice Pants Bro and on TikTok at Nice Pants.
Your
TikTok.
Nice Pants TikTok.
Nice Pants TikTok.
Yes.
And
I'm on,
yeah.
I'm on TikTok too. Same username.
And thank you to all the Patreons who are subscribing. That's patreon.com/Asian Not Asian Pod. And if it's very nice. You can give us some of that stimulus money. $5 or whatever.
Give us that $1,200. Also, we're on YouTube now. We should probably say this up top, but we're on YouTube now. We're trying really hard. We're putting full episodes on YouTube. So please, if you're not a subscriber, go to just type in Asian Not Asian Podcast on YouTube. Subscribe to us, and we'll be releasing all kinds of stuff on there. And hey, I think that concludes this episode, man.
That's the show. Stay safe, everybody. Stay sane,
safe.
And we'll see you next time on the Lockdown.
Lockdown.
Bye.
Bye.